Welcome to Numbers Don't Lie, where if you win, then we win, and if you lose, then we have nothing to do with it. We'll start today with the latest in the NBA, then rank the City Edition jerseys before diving into buy low trade targets, players to sell high on, Week 5 waiver wire ads, and a preview of the Week 5 schedule. I bet you're tired of hearing about it. You bet I'm tired of talking about it, but the NBA sports gambling saga is not ending anytime soon. Washington has Adam Silver in a chokehold right now as congressional committees are demanding that the league takes accountability and action. So the NBA is responding by doing their own research, which I'm sure will be accurate and not biased at all, even though they're a suspect in this, but I digress. They're asking the teams mentioned in the FBI's indictments to hand over their cell phones as well as documents. Some of the teams include the Hornets, the Magic, and the Lakers. I should add that the NBA investigated Terry Rozier and did not find any evidence, but the federal prosecutors did not agree. So even if these teams ace the test, I would not let out a sigh of relief just yet.
How bad is it? Couple of stitches. Hang on. We'll finish him up and cover him with snow.
We're not even a month in, and we're already on who's being fired watch. One that even Stevie Wonder saw coming was Nico Harrison. After a move that solidified his legacy of failure amongst the Mavericks organization, the one where he sold the franchise's best player to their rival, his time has been ticking in Dallas. The fact that he lasted this long is a miracle, given that the entire city was ready to buy him a one-way ticket out. Even Dirk Nowitzki, the nicest guy in the world, said Nico should have been fired last summer. He said this should have happened earlier, especially to protect the city's new star, Cooper Flagg, who should not have this negative energy and black cloud around him for his first year.
This move should have probably happened this summer, honestly. I didn't want this negative energy and this black cloud over the Cooper Flagg era.
In the same conference, the Pelicans also fired their coach, Willie Green. This comes after their 2-10 start to the season, but VP Joe Dumars said it wasn't the record. It was about identifying who'll be with the Pelicans going forward, and the fit just did not seem to be there. He went on to say it's also due to losing the same way over and over again, which in today's sports betting climate can also get you in legal trouble.
You know what? I don't have time for this. I ain't going to jail over you.
Before we rank the jerseys, here's a beautiful lesson on how to deal with your bullies. What we're about to show you was waved off, yes, but it was more than basketball at this point. Draymond the Mosquito was doing what he was doing, buzzing around and annoying everyone in his path. This particular evening, his target was Wemby. He tried his usual antics, causing Wemby to miss a shot, but Dre does not know that Wemby spent the summer with Monks and Kevin Garnett. He's the first 21-year-old with a frontal lobe already developed, so Wemby responds with a thunderous dunk right over Dre's head, causing the entire place to erupt.
Feels like the Warriors have not been in great defensive rebound position as Draymond's starting to get in it with Victor, and the mind games begin.
Former Defensive Player of the Year, 9-time All-NBA defensive. It's into Wembanyama with the jackhammer! Rocks the rim!
It was waved off, but like I said, it was beyond basketball. It was a universal human experience. Pressurizing your bully is something most of us dream about, but thankfully, Wemby did it in front of a whole production crew. All right, let's talk about the new City Edition jerseys. We'll do half this week and half next week. I'll be ranking them by tiers, with S being I love it, A being I like it, B being I can respect it, C being now you're losing me, D being you've lost me, and F being F off. We'll go in alphabetical order and start with the Atlanta Hawks. We're losing recipes when it comes to animation, but it's simple and does the job, so let's rank it B. With Boston, I do love the gold, but aren't they a year late? Should have done this as defending champs and maybe add a splash of green, but we'll give it an A. Maybe I'm easy to please, but I'll be giving out another A to the Nets. Clean with a splash of color on top of black in their gray arena. Chef's kiss. But Charlotte lost me. Did they switch colors with the Suns without telling everyone? Apparently, it's a reference to the Birds of Paradise flower, which has a Queen Charlotte connection, but I wouldn't want to explain that in a marketing meeting all the time. The Bulls will never top their MJ era, but this year's works. The blue text with the red outline really does it for me, so I'll rank it B. At first, I thought I was looking at Starburst, but the Cavs have kinda slapped with their city edition. The orange and the land is as different as it gets, so tier A. Now that Nico Harrison is gone, can we like Dallas again? Because I think I'm giving out another A. This is just so Dallas. The blue, the font, the gray, the trim could have only been better on Luka. I'm sorry. Denver also hit it out of the park with the city skyline and rainbow. I wonder how the background would have looked not black, but it still gets an A from me. For Detroit, I think we're going back in time a bit and getting old school. The font, the color patterns, it's all very throwback. I can respect it. B. Golden State is just giving Cavs, not in highlighter colors. From the town to the unique color scheme, did they hire the same team? And are they Cream City now? You lost me. D. Thank you, Houston, for bringing me back in because although it's simple and probably already done, it's very Houston. White and red, H-Town, and the shorts. The shorts might be better than the jersey. Tier B it is. The Pacers might be playing like butt, but they're winning where it counts and get my first. I love it. I love everything about their jersey. It's retro, it gets their color, it has a boom baby in the corner. It just tickles my brain in the right ways. Fire, fire, fire. What goes up must come down because the Clippers are going straight to F. Only redeemable quality might be the LA font, but that's just because I'm trying to find something nice to say. The town on social media really messed this up because the Lakers can also F off. It looks messy, it looks unclean, there's just so much going on and it never should have left the brainstorm meeting. I just hate everything about it. I wish the last one today was sensational, but Grizzlies did not want that to happen. The color scheme, I don't mind. I'm on board with, but the lowercase Memphis is too internet for my liking. It feels like I should be whispering Memphis instead of cheering on Memphis. I don't know, tell me if I'm being too picky or easy, and we'll continue the other 15 next time. Now that we've covered the news, let's dive into the fantasy. Let's talk about some players who are struggling right now but won't be for long. Here are our best buy low trade targets for week 5. It's safe to say that Memphis as a whole is off to a shaky start. Jaren is currently down across every major category to start the season except for free throw percentage. He finished the past 2 seasons as a top 40 player, and there's a good chance he starts playing like one again with the return of Zach Edey. Jaren plays best on the offensive end next to a traditional center. In 14 games without Edey last season, Jaren shot 46% from the field and 33% from 3. With Edey in the lineup, he shot 49% from the field and 39% from 3. On the defensive end, Edey becomes the anchor of the defense, helping reduce Jaren's fouls, which has averaged over 4 per game. Looking at what it might take to get him on the Yahoo trade market page shows that Jaren has been recently traded for players like Dyson Daniels, Brandon Ingram, Cooper Flagg, and Miles Turner. Mobley has started this season shooting almost 10% worse from the field compared to last season, and the main difference is Darius Garland, who has only played 3 games so far this year. In those 3 games, Mobley has shot 50% from the field. Like most big men, he needs a point guard who knows how to feed him the ball in the right spots, and Cleveland has been playing Mitchell at the point in Garland's absence. According to Yahoo, Mobley has been traded for guys like Denny Avdija and in multiplayer deals for Jakob Poeltl and Pascal Siakam, Franz Wagner and Dennis Schroeder, and Nick Claxton and Jaime Jaquez Jr. Finally, let's talk about Ja Morant. Can you afford to take a short-term L to improve your chances of winning in the playoffs? That's the question here because this Ja Morant situation might need some time to settle. In the meantime, Ja has been shooting 33% from the field. He has been traded for guys like Kobe White, OG Anunoby, and in multiplayer deals for RJ Barrett and Scoot Henderson. Now, let's talk about some players who are putting up huge numbers but probably won't be for long. Here are our best sell-high trade targets for week 5. Powell has started the season ranked inside the top 20. His counting stats look close to what they were last season except for his scoring. His higher usage without Hero has resulted in more points, threes, and an unsustainable 93% from the line. While Hero does not have a concrete return date, it's rumored to be in December. It's hard to see Hero not taking some usage away from Powell, so now's a great time to move him if you can get a good deal. McDaniels is in the middle of having a breakout season, but how much of that breakout has been inflated by games that Ant Edwards has missed? In those games, Jaden averaged 22.8 points, shooting 64% from the field and 92% from the line. In games with Edwards playing, he has averaged 15.4 points. So now's your chance to move him before your league mates figure it out. According to Yahoo, Jaden has recently been traded for guys like Jaren Jackson Jr. and Darius Garland. Last season, George was battling Isaiah Collier for point guard minutes. George seems to be winning the battle so far this season, but Collier, returning from injury, is now taking usage away from George. In 8 games without Collier this season, George averaged 22.6 points and 8 assists. In games with Collier, those averages are down to 18.5 and 5.5, which is still good, but not top 50 good. Yahoo has seen him traded for guys like Emmanuel Quickley and Zubac. Another player off to a hot start in Miami is Jaime Jaquez. He has struggled at times last season, averaging a touch over 20 minutes a game. This season, he's averaging 17 points, 7 rebounds, 53% from the field, and a touch over 30 minutes per night. Just like with Powell, Hero returning will impact his playing time, so consider moving him for a top 70 player. Looking to improve your chance of winning your Week 5 matchup? Here are 6 players rostered in less than 30% of Yahoo leagues who can help you get a win this week. Musa Diabete continues to put up end-of-roster big man stats in a backup role. He has averaged 10 plus points, 9 plus rebounds, and 1.4 blocks on 72% from the field in his last 7 games. He's still only rostered in 22% of Yahoo leagues. Marcus Smart has averaged 2.6 steals over his last 7 games. If you can take a hit in the field goal percentage, he's worth adding and is only rostered in 14% of Yahoo leagues. Davion Mitchell continues to put up 10 points, just under 8 assists, and 1.9 steals over his last 8 games. He's only rostered in 29% of Yahoo leagues. Dominic Barlow started the opening game for Philly and put up a 13, 8, and 5 stat line. He has missed most of the season so far with an elbow injury, but recently returned and put up 10, 8, and 3 in his return game. The starting power forward spot is up for grabs until Paul George returns, so why not Barlow? He's only rostered in 3% of Yahoo leagues. Daniel Gafford has returned from injury and is averaging 9.5 points, 1.5 blocks while shooting 64% from the field and 82% from the line. If Dallas will continue to let Anthony Davis sit games, then expect Gafford to continue with this kind of production. He's only rostered in 19% of Yahoo leagues. Look to add Andre Drummond until Embiid returns. In his last 3 games, he has averaged 14 points and 12 rebounds. He's only rostered in 21% of Yahoo leagues. Week 5 gives us a schedule where we can almost stream every day. We've got 8 games on Monday, 6 on Tuesday, 9 on Wednesday, 4 on Thursday, 9 on Friday, 7 on Saturday, and 8 on Sunday. Detroit starts the week with a back-to-back against Indiana and Atlanta. Duncan Robinson and Caris LeVert can be streamed, and if Kate sits one of them, you can look at Dennis Jenkins. Golden State and Portland have back-to-backs on Tuesday and Wednesday. Philly and Sacramento have back-to-backs on Wednesday and Thursday. Speaking of Philly, they also start the week with a game on Monday, giving them 3 games in 4 days. Drummond is definitely a play if Embiid continues to sit, and Barlow is somebody who has long-term appeal. Chicago, Dallas, Denver, New Orleans, and Washington have back-to-backs on Friday and Saturday. Look at guys like Kevin Huerter, Daniel Gafford, Najee Marshall, Jeremiah Fears, and Sadiq Bey. And to finish the week, Atlanta, Charlotte, the Clippers, and Orlando have back-to-backs on Saturday and Sunday. Houston, Sacramento, and Washington don't play their first game until Wednesday. Golden State, Houston, Indiana, Minnesota, and New York only have 1 game from Thursday to Sunday. So what moves are you making this week? Tell us in the comments.